All right.
That was on sync. I like that one.
Was it? Because it wasn't over here. Hey, everyone.
Hey everyone.
And welcome to Why Are You Still Here? Special features 6.
I love it. Yes,
For
I
some
can't
reason,
believe
with
it's continue.
with the 5th one, I didn't put the Revenge of Waish, and I hate myself for it. So yes, no, yes, you continue now?
I can't believe it's been half a year of uh um encouraging. Did you see the light flicker?
No.
Well, when that happens, it like actually surged. Like every now and then my like the power does that down here. It's weird. Anyway,
It's weird.
I'll restart. So, Brandon, I can't believe it's been 6 months of encouraging my spending habit and hoarding tendencies of acquiring new items. So this
Yes.
one actually, like I told Brandon, I have other games that I have yet to show. We're gonna have to stagger those. This one, I actually have a theme for all the things I'm gonna show off today, and I call it
Oh,
um and I really just noticed it as I was gathering everything this early afternoon. It is the accessory episode for me. It's things that I bought in the last month and a half ish, and then one that I've had for like 2 or 3 months that I forgot to show off. So
very nice.
yes, it's very
Very
cool.
nice. I'm excited. Before we get into the actual show and tell, I'm going to throw this in at the beginning because traditionally at the end we have been forgetting it. Um, so obviously we just had a Star Wars episode. Yes, I'm sure
Yes.
everybody saw that. Hmm.
Hmm.
If you haven't, go
Looking at
check it
you.
out. Uh, and then obviously this episode, you're watching it right now. Welcome. And then we have a review of Obi-Wan Kenobi coming out. And then after that, the future is vast and unwritten, so to speak. So,
Hmm.
you know, so keep an eye out for what comes out next. But we have some ideas. We have some ideas. Eventually, I mean, we've teased this already, but eventually we'll be doing a follow-up to Forcing Fandoms. It'll be a video game
I
edition.
know. I
That's
can't wait
not,
for that one.
oh yeah, that's not coming up so quickly that we should tease it in this episode, but
Yeah.
I have nothing
Don't think
else.
that's
So
don't think that's coming out in like 2 to 3 weeks because that's more like a two to
no,
three
oh
months
God, no.
probably.
Yes, yes, yes. And yeah, and whatever else. There might be this is also a might, depending on our schedules and all that kind of stuff. Obviously, we don't want to make it more stressful than it has to be, but I don't know. Maybe we'll do a review for a movie. Maybe Elvis. That again, it's a maybe. I'm not saying that like like oh maybe it's gonna happen for sure. It might not happen for sure, but
Is that in
keep an
theaters or
eye
is
out
it
for
a
that if it
streaming
does
movie?
happen. It's gonna be in theaters
Okay.
next week.
Okay.
But yeah, I mean that's a movie that people are gonna either see or not see. I don't think it
Hmm.
really depends necessarily on if am I gonna find out if it's good or not kind of thing. You know what I mean? So I don't think it's
Correct.
as pressing to get it out immediately, that kind of episode. So if we do it the next week after that or whatever, it's fine. It's one of those movies you're gonna see it probably,
Hmm.
like you're gonna see it, and so you just want to hear what other people have to say about it. But um as for that, that's everything. Usually we have a long slew of stuff to tease, but
Not this time.
not this time. We'll get back to that though,
Hmm.
don't you worry. um There is some fun to be had though out of being so close from recording to release date though, not for you or for me next week, but yeah,
for everybody
like
else.
in every other instance. Yeah, for everybody else, exactly. So yes, so we'll jump into the show and tell. I have like way too much. This was 3 trips down into the basement, but also I'm a psychopath, so I don't want to, like grab things in huge piles for fear of damaging it. So I probably didn't have to do 3 trips, but still, that's what it was. Who shall go first?
I don't know the order. Okay, I'll divide it into 3 segments. It's like looking in a mirror.
I don't know what you're talking about.
I guess I'll divide it into 3 segments of accessories. So
Okay.
depending on how many things you're going to show off.
It's movies and video games. That's all it is, movies and video games. But 8.
Okay, I'll start, and then you can sandwich a couple movies and games, and then I'll do it in the middle, and then you can do a couple more. I'll do the last one, and then you can finish it off. We'll just like the one time I had a million things, and you had like 3. Yeah, we'll do it like that.
Yes. That tells me that you have more than 8, which scares me. But okay.
So I got this a few months ago. I completely forgot about it. I texted you when I got a PS2 controller, DualShock, that was used, of course, from Trash Depot, that looked brand new and immaculate, felt brand new and immaculate, but it either had an analog stick issue or a D-pad issue, because any game you loaded up, it would just, it would just vertically scroll, like, and you couldn't stop it. It was unavoidable.
Yeah, I have one of those.
Yeah, so I returned it, and like I walk around the store, I get some store credit back for it. So I'm just gonna spend the money there anyway. So I get the cash. So long story short, I peruse, do my purchases, and the fucking controller is like front and center right back on the rack.
Oh, come on.
I swear.
I literally hate them so much.
When I was like, I'll just get like exchange it for either a different one or for like a DualShock one, because DualShock ones work on PS2. It's fine. Same thing. I don't know if you knew that.
Like a PS1 controller. That's
the
DualShock.
PS1. Yes, the one that has the analog sticks. That'll work on the PS2. Yeah. So anyway, they didn't have any of those, but they had one of these. And Hyperkin is not a bad company. They make clone consoles, so they'll make like the double NES, Super Nintendo in one unit, or like the Retron 5 is Hyperkin also, I believe. They make controllers and stuff, aftermarket controllers and consoles, but like better than Mad Catz. This was the PS2 controller that I got that was brand new, and it looks goofy as hell, like with this design on it.
Yeah.
But here's the thing. When you hold it, this very design is it's aerodynamically aesthetic, because that's all it is. You can't feel it. It doesn't add any ergonomics to it. In fact, it feels just like a DualShock 2, but slightly bigger. So for adult size hands, basically. And I surprisingly don't hate this controller, because it's like, if you don't look at it, you can't tell a difference, basically. I mean, there's a little bit, but I actually would recommend a third-party controller for once, but I only use this in lieu of my DualShock 2 because I don't want to ruin it. You know what I mean? I want to prolong it as long as I can. It's a pretty good controller, still in good condition. That blue one that I still have, but I got this one, and the rumble feature on this motherfucker is intense. It is so much more rumbly than the original DualShock. So I recommend it. It was like $15 or something. Not bad.
Yeah. I think it's time for you to get into the controller repair hobby.
Yeah, I should have just kept it, because I have something else that I'll show off as well that directly correlates to that, but you have to show off a few things as well.
when I had my controller go bad in that same way, I tried to fix it myself, and it's just one little part that switches out. It's like a little box that's in there that's underneath of the analog stick.
Oh, the one
You can
that
get them off
houses the
eBay
actual
for
analog
like
stick.
um it's like underneath of it, yeah,
Yeah, and
and
it's a
there's like
box and it
little
holds
things
the
that tick up
piece.
and down on
Yeah.
it, and it's like $1.50 on eBay. So yeah, I was like, it's not even worth it though. But for you, it might be. I don't know. You can sell it back to them for $1 more. Um, all right. So I don't know what to know. Okay, so I guess should I have them into 3 separate stacks. Should I just show each stack at a
Yeah.
time? Okay.
And then I'll do my last two. So it'll balance out perfectly.
Okay. So one of these you saw, um, but then I had to get another one. So obviously I showed you this. I ended up opening it. It came brand new. It was only $28.
Very nice. Is that a Wii version of the same game that I see?
You don't see anything, lady. But yeah, so there's this bad boy, and it's a whole lot of fun actually. That's why I got it, because I knew that the graphics were great. And
is this like a hidden gem, or is it a nostalgic game for you?
Nostalgic only because I was like, I need to play Pirates of the Caribbean somehow. And I think the best game is the PS2 game where Jack Sparrow is like the star of it. It's the only original story they have. And then I was like, I don't want to play a PS2 game. I want to deal with good crystal clear graphics.
Well, there was a Pirates of the Caribbean game. Did I show that off on the show before I fucking sold it? I played it and I truly didn't like it. It's a Pirates of the Caribbean game. I believe it's on PS2. I know for a fact it's on Xbox and PC because I played on Xbox. It's made by Bethesda, and it basically runs on a similar engine to Morrowind, which is Elder Scrolls 3. And it's like an RPG that has like none of the characters from the movie. It's like Pirates of the Caribbean in name only.
Yeah, it's the very first one.
Yeah, that one. I had that one. And I didn't really care for it. And it just ran like hot garbage.
Yeah.
Because it was obviously a PC game ported to everything.
For whatever reason.
And then there was the PS2 one,
why.
Pirates of the Caribbean Captain Jack Sparrow, that you just mentioned. I don't think there was ever a Curse of the Black Pearl game. Maybe on Game Boy Advance or something?
I think there was.
I don't know if it was on console.
I think it was the one that you were just talking about.
And add it in here.
Yes, do that, because for the earlier ones I'm not super sure about it. And then there was never a game for the second one. Actually, this game is the second movie and the third movie mixed together.
Well, the only versions of Dead Man's Chest were on DS and PSP, because I had the PSP version of Dead Man's Chest way back, and it's just literally you press the X and square button that's all you do. It's a hack and slash, and it's pretty mediocre.
Yeah,
like I kind of want it for sentimental purposes. Correct. But actually I think I'd rather check out this game that you're showing, because I haven't played this one.
Yeah,
I think I would rather.
Decent. It doesn't have the greatest scores. It has like mediocre scores.
That's fine. We already talked about licensed games anyway.
I'm fine with it.
I love my licensed games. So is the Wii version a port of like the PS2 version or something? Or is it the same
exactly
one?
What it is.
Okay.
Yep.
So but does it have fun motion controls?
I haven't played it yet. So
okay.
Different company that made a completely different version, an inferior version.
Of course, but the Wii version's
not nearly as good.
Have a fun charm to them with the controls. Like I showed, like Force Unleashed, like the Harry Potter games. I do enjoy some of the ports on the Wii. Not terrible.
No, this one probably wouldn't though. But
I'm very happy to see it though. You probably got it for like $9 new.
It wasn't new, but I think it was like $5 on Mercari.
Oh, very nice.
Yeah, so it was like they were basically trying to give it away. But Yeah, completely different game. That's why I got it, because I was like, may as well. I mean, I can't play any of the other Pirates of the Caribbean games, really. So this is like two different games. And there is motion controls. I guess they're really janky though. So I don't know. It's fine though. Other than Kingdom Hearts, I don't really have another way of experiencing Captain Jack Sparrow, Yasabi, in anything but, you know, this.
This.
So
Very good. I like to see that. Always love me a movie
indeed.
game.
Indeed. And then I got another Wii game.
Nice.
This
another
is the
licensed
only
one.
Indeed.
Staff of Kings. So it's an original
Correct.
Indiana Jones story.
It is.
Is this another PS2 port?
I believe so. Yes. But this one, it should be much better, I think.
That one I don't recall seeing on PS3 or 360. So that's what made me think it was a PS2
port.
It
was not. So it was supposed to be, and the project was canceled. So I don't own a system that I can play this on other than this. So when I found this out, I was like, hell yeah. And I think they made 2 Indiana Jones games, this being one of them, but the other one was never brought to anything else. Maybe PS2, but PC for sure, I'm sure. But
and obviously there were some like NES and Super Nintendo ones from back in the day. But as far as like modern indie games, like more modern games. And nothing against PS2, but there's just no way to play that thing with crystal clear graphics, unfortunately. So, and I've become spoiled by the GameCube, unfortunately. So, and then lastly for this stack is the Quarry. And I freaking love this game. I have been playing it every night. It also is a game that has gotten like so scores, and I don't understand it. I don't care that it has it. So I Googled this game after Brandon brought it up at work, and it is multi-platform. So I would get the physical release for Xbox for sure. And if I wasn't,
look at that David Arquette.
Very nice. If I wasn't broke, I would have bought it and be showing it off right with Brandon right now. But I'll get it within the coming months.
It's real good. Look
Probably
at that.
Next special features.
Look at that Ted Raimi.
Very good. Ted Raimi, nice. What a cast.
I know. Look at that arms of the guy from My Name is Earl.
Look at that text.
That good text. Look at that kid from Halloween and the Santa Clarita Diet. And and my favorite character. You never gonna be able to see this, but right here, white shirt is the boyfriend from Halloween 18.
Oh God.
The one that is like,
I know.
You guys mind if I blow up some pumpkin heads? You know, that guy. He's really good in this. So I really enjoy it. Everybody's like, oh my God, I guess Until Dawn was a fluke, and this is not nearly as good as Until Dawn. And I'm like, I'm having more fun with this than Until Dawn.
Very good to hear.
Yeah. So that is all for that stack.
Nice. So I will be adding that game to my collection soon. For sure.
There you go.
Here, I have always had a couple screwdrivers rattling around. Very good. And
there's such a delay. I feel like I think I'm doing this stuff when you're looking away, but really you're looking back, and I just can't see that you're looking back.
I caught it. Yes. I caught it at the last second. That's what that was. You petting Neo. You pulled your finger out of his ear just as I looked over. Yeah, I saw.
Very good.
So, anyway, here's the next pickup. I've always had a couple like screwdrivers and bits rattling around, but you always see the Ifixit Toolkit on every YouTube video with MacBooks and other electronic products. But here's the deal about the Ifixit Toolkit. It's like $90. It's really freaking expensive. This thing, which is, let's see what awful English brand this translates out to be. Strabeto. This is the Strabeto Toolkit. from Amazon. I paid like $20 for this one. It's the exact fucking same toolkit that you're gonna get from Ifixit, but like 1/3 the price. It has every goddamn screwdriver bit you could ever imagine.
No.
It looks like Sid from Toy Story performing surgery. It even has a magnetic mat to catch all the screws that you take out. It's so good. It's got these little guitar picks right here, a whole bunch of them that you can open things up with. I'll show you the actual screwdriver. Look at that bad boy. Very good. And if you hold it like this, you can keep it in your palm and just spin it. You don't have to like do any cuckoo shit with it. And
for her
let's
pleasure.
just see. Here, let's take out the weirdest looking piece I could find. Oh, it's even got dental tools as well. I mean, there's nothing that's not in this bad boy.
It is some nasty shit right there.
Yeah, it's got tweezers, it's got your plastic spudgers. I'm gonna take out. There's even sim tool drill bits. Not even a drill bit. That's what you can tell I'm a handyman, right, Tim Allen? There's a sim tool bit. How necessarily unnecessary, you know? Let's take out this one that looks like the devil's pitchforks.
I love that movie.
I mean, I've never seen that before, but guess what? It's in
something.
there.
Looks like an earwig.
Mm-hmm. So this was how I opened up that Xbox that I got for free from the drug addict at Trash Depot. Remember I told you about that? The guy who was trying to pawn off the Xbox.
Oh, I remember very well.
And I didn't have.
You spent all that time repairing it, and they gave you $18 for it.
Yeah, it was something like that. It was like a little less than half of what it was worth, but I got it for free, so I didn't care. But all I had to do was clean the laser with alcohol and the little the rubber band that's in there that keeps the gears in. It gets dusty over time. Yeah, I know.
And then I was like, Lucas, I'm not even an Xbox person, and I see these for sale all the time for at least $50. And then I went on Mercari and eBay just to make sure after I said it. And yeah, I couldn't find one under $50. They went up higher than that, but I couldn't find one below. So indeed.
Very good.
Yes.
Yeah. So basically, well, I guess I'll cap that off with, I should have kept that DualShock 2 and repaired it myself. They have other, like, there's this controller shortage, like since the pandemic started. I don't know if you know this, but like controllers specifically across the fucking board, first party controllers are impossible to find for any system. Disc Replay literally can't keep them in, so they had to order all of these knockoff ones. Like the 64 and GameCube ones look really good, like they look identical, except they don't have the logo. But I saw one for the PS3, a wired USB control. I'm holding my heart because I'm just so shocked. It was called the DualShock 3, and it was the ugliest piece of shit I've ever seen. So like control, like Wii remotes with like the Motion Plus built in are going for like retail value. Wiimote. Yes. Anyway, so yeah, controllers are a hot commodity. And if I do remember correctly, Brandon, you don't have a Pro controller for your Switch, right? You just always use what are you doing?
Little tiny spider.
Ew. Tomorrow you're gonna wake up and not need your glasses. Can't wait for that.
I can see clothes. Oh yeah, I get it. That's funny. That was a Spider-Man reference right there. Yes. What was the question? Oh no, I have a black one that has a fancy writing on it.
A black what with fancy writing on it?
The Wiimote.
Oh, okay. I'm not talking about the Wii remote. I'm talking about the Switch. You don't have a Pro controller, do you?
Oh, Switch. I do not because I don't care.
We've
had that discussion before.
Like
Yes.
yeah, just for the record, people, like, because I mentioned about the DualShock or the knockoff one for the PS2, where it's actually like you can hold it comfortably because it's not made for a child or like a small Asian person. Uh, which is ironic because I definitely have smaller hands than you do.
Just like you,
There's no way I don't.
small Asian person.
And that's my point. Like I could actually like use the Pro controller. I hit my thermos with the Pro controller.
It was like a gong going
I know.
off.
Anyway,
It's hard to get a picture of this spider because of all the lights. Whatever. I'll take a picture, and if I can successfully get it in, then we'll put in the episode. Oh, it's dropping down. Oh, it fell. Like it really is a Spider-Man, this thing. Okay, so yeah, I don't care about the Pro controller. I use the two remotes. I like that. So so I can have like one hand over here and the other hand like over here, and then control the game like this as I'm laying down. And so I don't have to move, the other way you have to do it like this.
Well, there's some games that I can't play with the Pro controller, like Mario Galaxy, for example, is not designed, and you can do it with the Pro controller and it works, but it's just, that's how you play Mario Galaxy. It's designed
play handheld and just use the touch screen.
Oh, what the
Anyway, so here's 3 movies I got. All steelbooks, of course. What do you take me for, a peasant? The Untouchables.
Very good.
Is that any important information on there? I hope not. So yeah, the Untouchables. I haven't opened these 3 things yet. Yeah, so it's cool. They do this from time to time with steelbooks. They like release these older popular movies in 4K.
Mm-hmm.
The horror, the tragedy that is Morbius.
Of course you had to get it.
With my man Jared Leto there. And I was not a big fan of this movie. I didn't hate it as much as everybody did.
Yeah.
But I have to for the collection, like I obviously, and people are like, stop supporting the movies that you hate. If you didn't like The Last Jedi, you shouldn't buy The Last Jedi. And I'm like, are you kidding? Like, I'm going to have a gap in my shelf?
I agree.
What do
I have
take
the movie,
me
of course.
For?
Except for My Last Jedi, I have like the second version that they released. Remember when they re-released like the 4K ones and they had like the black slip covers with like the poster art in the center?
No.
Oh God, I have to show you.
I bought the first steelbook that came out and never looked at it again.
So this was the first release of the sequel trilogy, right? Force Awakens.
Uh-huh.
And then this is the first release of Rise of Skywalker. I have that. Yeah. But I didn't get the first release of Last Jedi because I hated it, but I wanted it for my collection. So I got this version. It's this cover. And it didn't come with the special features disc. It was just special features. It was just the movie. So what did I do? I went on eBay and I bought the special features disc for like $1 and got the replacement Blu-ray case and just made my own version with special. I love special features. I don't care if the movie sucks.
Of course.
I love special features. So
special.
Yeah.
Features.
I felt that was a tangent worth putting in there. So so instead of having a gap, I just have a weird one. Like, I mean, it fits being the redheaded stepchild, and it's red.
I kind of remember seeing that version.
This was during like the pandemic, like when it was in its height in 2020, I believe.
Interesting. And the fact that all 3 of them are from different releases would drive me crazy. But as long as you're happy.
Oh, I don't care because I only watched 2 of them.
But you have to always look at them.
Oh, it looks like this together on the shelf. So you know what? It's similar enough for me.
See it. It's nasty.
Doesn't bother me.
Nasty.
Look at how offended this fucking elitist is.
Anyway, oh my God. I laugh at how that came out. Anyway, but it's disgusting though. Anyway.
Thank
you. So this just came in today.
Very good.
Literally as I was coming down the stairs, and I saw this movie in theaters, and it is really good. And I'm not even a big Nicolas Cage fan, but I really enjoy it. He plays himself, goes to an island. Javi here, Pedro Pascal, Din Djarin, the Mandalorian, invites him there, and fun is to be had. They become best friends.
Very good.
Yeah, it's really, really good. And I was ecstatic that they made a steelbook of it. So, yes, indeed. And Tiffany Haddish is in there as well. Nothing against her. She's not that great in the movie, but all right. Tiffany. What's your next one?
All right. So to conclude our my accessories, I have been on the hunt for the best, cheapest, basically the smart way to go about playing your older systems on a 4K TV. Without spending an arm and a dick on the OSSE or the FrameMeister or some other actual upscaler that has line doubling. Okay, I'm not talking about spending $400 to play your NES on that TV, because I'm not doing it. All right, that's not happening. That's unrealistic. I was gonna get a FrameMeister at one point, or like even the Retro Tink is more affordable, and I might get a Retro Tink at one point just to literally tink around with it. That's one of the cheapest options. As
like $50 as opposed
it's
to $500.
It's around $100. There's also the M cable that I've talked about that you've seen that I do want to invest in at one point, but $100 is a little much to ask for an HDMI cable right now, so it's just not happening. So cost
right now, all the time, whatever.
Yeah, especially right now, but cost effective. That's where we're at. But not only did I want to play it on there, because at some point this tube TV is going to die. It's not going to last forever, right? I'm going to have to accept it. And also, if I want to record gameplay footage, which I do on original hardware, I can't use composite or component on my Elgato game capture. It's all HDMI. So I have to have either a dongle or something, right? So I have a few. I actually have a lot of dongles.
When the thing eventually dies, you're going to have to switch that smiley face to a frowny face on there.
I have one for the Wii, which is obviously doubles as the GameCube, one for the original Xbox, and then the PS2. And I have a few things to say about all of them. The PS2 one is by far and away the worst of all three of them. I don't know what crappy fucking shielding they have in these, but the signal is all interfered with each other. The colors are either crushed into oblivion, or they have this weird diagonal pattern that can warm up and go away, but is there upon boot up. And when you see it, you just can't unsee it. Some people are okay with it, but I don't know if you can tell, 4 feet away from a 43-inch TV. So it's like, I can see everything. You know what I mean? And I don't like that. So the PS2 one, and not only are the colors ass, the resolution, there's something weird with it where it is not as sharp as actual component cables, to where it literally looks like S-video or something. I'm not sure it's actual component in this pass-through. So the PS2 one, dog shit. Right off the bat, garbage. The Xbox one has that same flicker effect on games that don't support progressive scan, but games that do are fine. So it's telling me that it can't convert the 480i signal properly. Dog shit, garbage. The Wii one, the colors are not crushed, but it's the opposite. They're more blown out, like a contrast is higher up, but it still looks okay. Like it's the best of all three of them, surprisingly. But here's the issue I ran into, Brandon. Why in the holy mother of all things God would I have invested in this? What I just plugged in, like I was going through all these things and I was so disappointed with everything because it's supposed to be a component pass through, right? In theory, it should look as good as component cables. I plugged in my PS2 playing Baldur's Gate Dark Alliance, a game I showed off on the last special features that I've been playing the fuck out of. Great RPG. Played it on the back compat PS3. Of fear, I stopped playing the game in fear of my PS3 exploding in front of my face. Okay. So I plugged the PS2 in with component cables on the 4K. It was literally a negligible difference from the PS3 that I wanted to like take a long walk off a short plank because the text was clear. Yes. And this text was so clear. I put in Chamber of Secrets, a game that I probably know better than anything. The text was amazingly clear on there. Didn't look like that on the converter box. So what did I do? This is all you need. If your TV doesn't have component cables, or if you want to record to the Elgato, component right through the HDMI, you're going to get the same image totally fine. This was all I needed for like $25. This was it, guys. So if you want the best looking picture to HDMI, this is what you need. I can't believe no one's talking about this. I have to make a YouTube video showing the side by sides because it's ridiculous. The prices you're going to be not the money you're going to be saving is ridiculous. And then I just have this stupid shitty one that I've always had forever for like N64 and NES, which again, I would never play on that TV only just for game capture purposes. But oh boy, right. I'm sorry, but that was my long-winded rant about these garbage Chinese cables. So as long as you have good component cables and get this pass-through box, that's what I recommend after this month's worth of a headache. Oh, sorry, rant over.
You went through something similar before. Maybe we weren't recording and it was just a conversation between the two of us. But it sounded familiar. I don't know. You showed that box before. Maybe not on the show though. But
I texted just you so everybody knows, finally the one that you've had. The one that you had on Wish.
Delgado. I hope you appreciate the effort I put into finding somebody with the last name Delgado.
Well, I mean, it's called the Elgato, like the cat.
How dare you? Nothing's more American than starting off with L.
Cot sank. Anyway, yes, the Elgato. So, I mean, I still have an early 4K TV, like I've said before on the show, that has component cable inputs, which is great. But for convenience sake, I just actually use the pass-through because I just plop the pass-through right on top of the CRT, and then I just connect whatever console I need, and boom, I don't got to go behind the TV. So actually turned out to be great. I love it. I absolutely love it. And all three of those systems, PS2, but GameCube and Xbox look great on component. They look great. They only still look good on the old TV, and that's how I do like to play them. But like I said, I have to get the gameplay. So whatever, I'm going to keep talking about it forever. Rant over.
I need you to show me the gameplay for what a PS2 looks like at some point. So
I will. I'll put it in the video. I'll put it in this.
Okay. So I can see if it's worth buying a PS2 that works properly, or just
it's gonna actually blow your mind. So I think you're gonna get a PS2.
I'm so still about that one I got ripped off on.
Trust me, I've been ripped off on consoles as well. So that's why I hate buying used systems, guys. I just love being the original owner with the original box. I know where it's been, the dirty bitch. So anyway, rant over.
Spider. I don't know if you can see it. Yeah, there's no way. All right. The last thing. It's in a pile unto itself.
Nice.
It is hands down one of the worst investments I've ever made in my entire life.
Sadly, I can relate. I cannot wait to see.
I thought for sure I'd get this thing. It's a game that I already have, but something's different about it. And I was like, I'm going to quickly turn this thing around and sell it. Nobody wants it.
Oh, I can't wait to see.
I'm just out the money that it costs to buy this thing. It is a sealed.
Oh, no. Sealed. What is it?
A sealed Sorcerer's Stone for GameCube.
How much did you fucking pay for this?
Not that much. I mean, probably a lot, but how much fun that is in the back there.
Are you going to sell your other one and open this one, or sell this opened one?
I've just been trying to sell this one, and
for
nobody wants it. So I looked at what they like generally sell for online. Okay. And first and foremost, I paid $120 for it.
It's not terrible.
That's what I actually paid. When you hear what they go for, you'll
well, I'm judging it based off
confident than you just sounded.
But what I tend to think of with a sealed game is compared to the price of the unsealed copy, and an unsealed Sorcerer's Stone for GameCube will easily go between $70 to $90.
120.
So
yeah, well, for GameCube, you can't find one below 90, unfortunately, open. So I was like, yeah, it's it's a no-brainer. And I wish I didn't do it because it's like nobody wants it. But there is pricecharting.com.
I have an account on there with everything logged into it, with the total value of my collection, with the condition of everything. Everything checked that has manual, not manual, loose. Oh, I'm very familiar with price charting. So you looked at the actual price chart of what it's at its highest and lowest.
It'll show
that's an interesting game to
what
look
the
up.
Last one sold for. It'll show
across
you
multiple
what
platforms.
They regularly sell for, if they're brand new, if they're used, if they're just in like good or fine condition, all that kind of stuff. So a brand new one, and obviously there's sealed, and then there's like sealed. You know what I mean? Like immaculate. This one is not immaculate. There is some stuff on the front of it, but again, the game itself is not actually damaged. It's just the plastic. There's like some black stuff there. I don't know. And there's like some sticky here and that kind of stuff. But
I might buy it off you.
It's factory sealed.
Oh my god, I loved the little just little intricacies on the wrappings of these games back in the day that you'll completely forget about unless you see a sealed copy. Although when it comes to sealed games, I don't particularly okay. If you have two copies, I can get it. But buying a sealed game just to open, sometimes the price difference is a little too high.
Oh yeah. I mean, in this case, it certainly is, because I didn't say, but they sell generally in the range. They don't sell a lot. Again, it's a very rare game. There wasn't a lot of them made, but they sell in the range of $400 to $500 sealed. I've tried many different prices for it. I got an offer for $200 that I turned down, mostly because I had it for sale for, at that time, $380 to try to gauge the waters here. And the guy goes, $200. And I said, no, thank you. And it was a message on Facebook that literally said $200. That was it. It didn't say like, hey, I'm offering this. It was just $200.
So did you buy this while you were hunting for your other copy, or are you just scalping a sealed game?
So we talked about it. We talked about it when I was in the process of trying to buy it initially a few weeks ago. And I was like, there was the sealed copy of Sorcerer's Stone on eBay. I missed out on it, and then it popped back up again because nobody purchased it. I see now why nobody purchased it. And so when it came back up, I bid on it, and then somebody else bid on it as well. So there was only one other person that was interested in it. But again, it ended up being 120 that I got it for. So it was initially, I mean, I thought it was like I bought it because I'm like, oh, that's awesome. But I thought that it would be a great investment, like almost like the stock market. And I found out that that's just not true. And I'm in the process of trying to sell a sealed Everything or Nothing GameCube game as well. I showed that on the show before, at least a month ago, maybe more. And that went much cheaper. The most I could probably get for that is maybe on a good day, maybe like 125 on a good day. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I'm willing to accept less for it, like 90. But this guy messaged me and he was like, what do you want to get for it? And I was like, 90, honestly, like just cutting all the bullshit, 90. And he goes, it's not Mario, bro. And I said, yeah, you're right. It's not Mario. And I sent him all these pictures of what a Sunshine goes for, sealed, and it's every bit of like $2,500.
Oh, ew, that is fucking disgusting.
Yeah.
Who the fuck is buying that to put on their shelf and happy with their decision?
I mean, they're collectibles. It's the same sort of thing as like if I were to buy like Halloween for the Atari, right? It's not something I'd ever buy, but it's a collectible,
There's just still something that as a gamer that plays the games, there's something that just doesn't sit right with me about letting it sit there untouched forever. I mean, it's weird.
I don't know.
It's just a personal thing. Like there's a debate on YouTube. Of course, there's a debate on everything in the gaming community, but that's a huge hot topic.
Interesting. I'm sure there is. With something like that though, I kind of get it. Like it keeping it sealed, like in its original condition. Like it's going to be perfect. I don't know. There's just something about that I think is interesting.
I would rather have it open and then put in one of those nice little protectors. Those are cool.
You can do that with anything though.
Exactly.
Like this one is actually factory sealed, and I don't know, it's just cool. But the cheapest one I could find for like a sealed Sunshine though, I think was 1,500.
That's disgusting.
Was the cheapest. So yeah, they run the gamut, but they don't go much below that. I think there was one, actually I take that back. The cheapest I saw was $9.99. It was one of the ones that sold on eBay. So $1,000. So basically I said back to the guy, I was like, yeah, you're right. It's not a Super Mario Sunshine. Super Mario Sunshine goes for $1,500. And he was like, just started ignoring me. So I don't know.
What a loser.
I mean, correct. I'm the one that is taking the risk here when I buy something initially. And that's just how it is. You take the initial risk that maybe you'll never be able to sell. Maybe I'll never be able to sell these things. That's the risk you take. And then you may or may not get a reward from it. But I don't know. I really thought that the Sorcerer's Stone was going to be much more highly sought after. I mean, I think it's cool having it. It's definitely a collector's item.
You know what?
Actually,
yes. I don't want to encourage this scalping behavior, but just because you have it, Brandon, and you are not just my co-host, but first of all, my friend. Sell it when Hogwarts Legacy comes out around that time. You might make your money back. Don't be an idiot.
Mm.
That's all I'm gonna say.
If I could only sell it, see, this is the thing too. If I could only sell it for 120, I'll just keep it. You know what I'm saying?
And then sell your other one, because
So
obviously that's going to be in better condition than your other one, even if your other one is still good.
true.
So you
Yeah.
could open that one
Yeah.
and sell the used one when Hogwarts Legacy comes out, and then
Mhm.
it'll probably end up naturally going up anyway, as much as I hate to say it. So it is what it is.
I just feel like I'm massively devaluing everything. Like I'm grabbing the Mona Lisa and rubbing like water on it or something if I go
it.
and open up one of these.
Oh.
You know, when they're sealed already and they have that beautiful EA sticker on there and all that kind of stuff. You know, like this is truly like a piece of time.
Or you make a video unboxing it on YouTube, and then the video gets a bunch of views, and then you get monetized, and then you make money off of it. So I mean, there's many different avenues that you can look at with this, Brandon. I swear, if there was
that wouldn't
channel,
I get so many hate comments.
Oh, fuck them. Who cares? As long as you comment, you still get paid. If there's a channel that just opens older games, I guarantee you there is one. I guarantee it's fucking made a bunch of money. I'm gonna put a channel up here that I can guarantee you exists, and I'll just do a surface level search when I edit this. And here you go. I'll put them right here.
Sounds good.
That could be another discussion topic.
Indeed.
Do you have more in your Holy Grail file? Oh,
what time do you start today?
5:30.
Oh, okay. Yeah, no, that's it. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know. A little bit disappointed about it, but I still like looking at it.
That's nice to look at. I do have to say, of all of the pickups, this is my favorite that you've had because it's basically in line with everything I enjoy. Just fucking mediocre movie games. I love it. It seems that it has rubbed off on you in the way that the dongle situation has rubbed off on me. In fact, where's the fucking PS2 one? All the boxes are identical. It's just a sticker on the back that says which console it's for. This one is here. It is. Look at this. Let's look at this piece of shit. In fact, after I do the video about this thing, do you miss this, Brandon? And not only, and I mean, just look at how pathetically thin these wires are on this side. I actually think that this is just composite. I don't even know if this is component in this piece of garbage. I'm sorry. I can't stop talking about this thing. I can't stop talking about this thing. It sucks. I'm going to put a picture of what my PS2
What is this for?
For PS2.
For the PS2?
Yes. I'm going to put a picture up of what my component cables look like. And they're massive, they're fat, they're the thick daddies. You know what I'm saying? When I saw the PS2, when I could read the text that good on Chamber of Secrets, a 700 megabyte game because it's a blue bottom PS2 disc, I wanted to castrate myself. Okay? I need to sell this PS3 while the iron is hot. Okay? I need to get out of here. I don't want it anymore. I don't want it.
Yeah.
So
I'm kind of interested to see what Trash Depot might give me for this game if I just brought it to them.
I would call for an estimate or go there.
Do estimates?
Yeah, but here's the thing, though. It's depending on who you talk to, you might get a different estimate because some people are, for lack of better words, stupid. That work there.
Yes.
So
I don't think it. I just threw that out of curiosity. I don't think that's the way to go with it.
Oh, do you think that Trash Depot will take these? Because I don't want this.
What is it?
It's
is that what you're just holding?
Yeah, it's the box for it. The generic Chinese box that all of them has it. Like I said, the only difference is on the back. It'll say which console it's for. But like all of these are USB powered, so it should be able to have that. I don't know, dude. I can't stop talking about these. I'm gonna take this fucking toolkit and I'm gonna crack this bitch open and see what's making it
These
not
are
tank.
like, yes, do that. These ones
Oh,
look nothing like the ones I have. So
but
I'm very
the thing is,
curious.
it's the same device, but just across a different generic Chinese manufacturer. It's terrible. It's an epidemic because they market these as a 1080p upscaler when all it is it converts a 480p image to a signal that a 1080p TV can accept. Because there are some TVs that can't, that don't know what to do with composite. Some, not all of them, but some new ones. So these things are preying on the ignorant, and it's horrible. They force the 16:9 aspect ratio on some of the games, and then you got to squish it manually on the TV to make it look right. The PS2 one, surprisingly, is the only one that has a manual switch to go from 16:9 to 4:3. It's super bizarre.
Yeah.
You would think you would want that more on GameCube and Xbox because they support higher resolutions. So I don't get it.
The one that I have, like I told you, it was a big change for me from going from playing Quantum of Solace in, standard, still going to be standard, but with composite cables. And then putting it into, that upscaler. And for me, going from not being able to read the blurry blocks of letters to me actually being able to read the letters. But that might mean not much of anything because that game is like made for that kind of upscaling because it was one of the very last PS2 games ever made. It has a widescreen mode on it.
Yeah, a lot of those have them built into the start menu. And even then, so you have to enable it and then manually stretch your TV. Not stretch, but change the aspect ratio on your TV. You know what I mean? And then even then, it's still not completely full frame. It lops off like a little sliver on each side because the full frame at that time was like a full frame, like CRT. So just a different thing.
Yes.
But yes, I will put in this video the side by side of composite with this. I'll put the HDMI converter and then I'll put this. And this one is ultimate image quality. And for the price, I don't know. Like I said, I just keep repeating myself because it's a project I've been working on for months.
Indeed. Well, we'll end up just constantly repeating ourselves if we keep going. But, so I guess that's it.
Yeah. I got to get ready anyway.
I hope that you all enjoyed yourselves. And please, I promise, if it starts happening, then I will stop saying this. But please, like the video. It's the only way to let YouTube know that you're watching and you're liking the content we're creating. It's the only way. They don't, I felt like I said that very dickishly, but truly it's the only way. Commenting means nothing to them. I don't know why. It should. It really should.
I think it should mean more, but that's just my opinion. It takes longer to type a comment than to hit the like button. So riddle me that
100%.
I don't get
it. Exactly, 100%. And watching it means nothing. And how crazy is that? Like that makes my mind boggle. Like really watching the video, actually watching it means nothing. Okay. But it doesn't. It really doesn't. It's the well. I don't know where I was going with that, but it's the way the algorithm is set up. They look for likes, and that's really it. That's all they care about. And they also look for dislikes, which, I'm not saying dislike our video, but it shows like interaction. They just like interaction, really, in general. But comments, they don't give a crap about. I would consider that some serious interaction, but apparently not. So yeah, really, it's about those likes, and then it'll get our videos out to other people. If YouTube would just take one of our videos and just put it on the homepage, I think we'd probably be set forever just from them doing that one time. That would be great. Watch them them do it, but they put one of our videos that doesn't have a thumbnail yet up on there, and so that people are like, "What?
Ew,
amateurs!"
That's awesome.
And then they just scroll on. That would be funny.
Sadly,
there's only so much time in the day. That's all I'm saying. Anybody want to come work for us for free? There's a job opening for you. But yeah, so please, if you get a second, we love that you're watching, that you subscribed. That's another thing that doesn't mean as much as it should. We love that you comment, but please do us a favor. Like the video.
Yes, give us a like.
Please. Indeed. And thank you in advance for it.
Yes.
Oh, better life of you.
Oh.
Anyway.
Very good. I hate these videos. Every time I'm done, I don't want to go to work. I just want to sit here and play games. So annoying, so irritating.
One of these days, we should just do like a Mr. Beast challenge and just see if we could break the record for longest continuing video ever. And it would be super simple for us. We just talk. We just sit here and talk.
That would be pretty
And then
good.
It ends up being like a 48-hour long video or something. And we're like, wait a minute. It's still Tuesday, over? Right?
It's like it's Friday. Like, it's time for us to go back to work.
Yeah. Not only is it Friday, it's Friday of the next month. We're both fired.
Oh man, yeah. All right. Well, now that you entertained the idea, I'm going to keep talking. So I really have to have some self-control here. Bye.
Sounds good. All right. Bye, everybody.